Hello everybody, Dr. Darok here, and today I've got to announce a new update for the Minescape mod pack, Minescape version 1.8, and I'm just going to go over some of the changes. Now, this is a significant update with several new mods being added, and one old mod being re-added, and a lot of things that I added are kind of cosmetic-ish or not that important or central to the goal of the mod pack. But hang around until I've finished going through the changelog, and I've got a big question for you guys about what I might want to add in the future before the final release. Okay, so with all of that said, let me just go through the list here. I added several new reward bag loots. If we go in here and check out reward bags, there are numerous new ones down here at the bottom. One is Totemic, that's the totem tool from Z-Tones. You can only get that once. And then there are several of these special loot bags, which brings me on to the next point, that I have re-added and reconfigured the loot bags mod, and it should be a totally acceptable amount of loot now. So if I search for loot here, you'll see there's these special loot bags over here, but ignore those. They're not going to be there if you search NEI after I have finished the update. But for now, for testing purposes, I had them grabbable from NEI. But anyways, the only way that you can get these, well, there's a secret way to get each of these, just in case you didn't know. But there's also a way that you can get them because they're all rewards from reward bags. So let me just grab a couple of common loot bags here and maybe a couple of epic loot bags. And we're going to take a look at some loot bags, and hopefully there's nothing here that's going to shock me or surprise me. You'll see that we've got some cool things here. We got an Ophanix, a bag of carrots, and a tooth half of a key. So that's pretty interesting. And then bones and gloves. And then we've got some rune arrows. We've got more bones, a potato bag, some chain boots, melon seeds, gold charms. So that's pretty cool. You'll see there's some chain pieces of armor, some chain armor in here available as well. And right here's a spawn Black Knight spawn egg, which is pretty cool. Some more potato bags, chance cubes, stuff like that. So yeah, I spent lots of time changing around the configs in loot bags to have specifically the items I want and not items that I don't want. Like, I don't want any items made out of iron. I don't want any obsidian, because those can help you skip through phases of the mod pack, basically. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'm glad that I brought loot bags back. I know that some of you out there really wanted it back. I kept telling you that I was going to reconfigure it and get it back in, but that just wasn't a top priority. Well, I finally finished that. Next up, let's see here. Let me just grab some sort of monster. Like spider, yeah, skeleton, sure. Yeah, let's just grab a skeleton here. And so another thing that I added is a mod called Heart Drop. And basically that just means that sometimes you're going to get hearts that drop from enemies. I believe it's like a 50% chance you'll get a heart. It'll heal you. So if I was in survival, that would have healed me up a little bit. Let's just let's spawn a couple of these guys here for testing purposes and go into game mode S. Yes, I know you're gonna attack me, all that fun stuff. But yeah, come on, hearts. I want hearts. Quit it. Stop. I don't think I got any hearts. Anyways, yeah, so that's supposed to work. And it does occasionally drop hearts. I've just adjusted it so that it's semi-rare. And it basically, they just heal you when picked up. The hearts, they heal you 1 heart immediately when you pick them up, and then they disappear forever. So, yeah. what else have I got going on here? Well, I've got more loot bags, and since I'm already illustrating the changes, let's go ahead and check out some more loot bag loots. There's another pair of gray gloves. You know what? I'm gonna wear these. And then there's some chain armor, and there's a couple of different saplings from Pam's Harvest Craft there. That's cool. And basically, I added like, I didn't count, but I'm guessing I added at least 50 different unique items to the loot bags drop list, each with custom configured weights and various things that make them, you know, that make it balanced, basically. And so, yeah, that's what that is. Let me go ahead and I want to put these gloves on. I added the back tools mod. So, you know, if I'm, you know, out here killing things with my Drygore Sword of Doom and Gloom. Boom. Let's hit this chicken here. Hey, look. That's not supposed to drop hearts. Farm animals aren't supposed to drop hearts. That's the way it's supposed to be configured anyways, but I guess I must have messed up on that. Good thing I'm testing it. So, yeah, anyways, back tools. You'll see that whenever I switch to something else, it displays the last used tool on my back. So, let's do something here. It doesn't work with non-tools, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, so it'll show a tool on your back. If it's not on your back, then it's in your hand, etc. Pretty cool stuff. Next up, I added a mod called Tabula Rasa. And Tabula Rasa is used basically for making custom items. And you'll see here I've made a custom item called Fire Juice. Now, Fire Juice can be crafted like so, with an Imperio block, some Alumite Essence, Manulin Essence, Steel Essence, and Fire Essence. That'll make Fire Juice. And this used to actually be a custom recipe that made Fiery Tears, but instead I've moved all of that into a custom item called Fire Juice. Now, Fire Juice can be used to create a Fiery Ingot when combined with a rune bar, just like Fiery Blood and Fiery Tears. So Fire Juice is basically now the replacement for crafting with that stuff. I replaced Fiery Tears as a reward in a quest, and as a claimable reward from the White Knight reward shop. So that is a change that's been made. I'm hoping that it means that no one can skip through the progression on Twilight Forest, although I'm not really sure how that works. Next up, let's see. Oh, the Emotes Mod. Now this one, this might be exciting for those of you who have played the RuneScapes before. So you type /emote list, it'll give you a list of emotes. You can also click on them to execute. So, for example, I can, is there a dance? I don't see dance. There's a face palm. Or I can clap after that emote's finished. So I can clap here. I can cheer. And many of you out there, if you've played RuneScape before, you may be familiar with some of these emotes because they are indeed inspired by RuneScape emotes. This is a mod. Well, some of them are inspired by RuneScape emotes. I don't think the Gangnam Style one is, but yeah. So levitate. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on? My limbs. Okay. These are pretty funny. And these are mostly for like servers so that people have different ways to interact with each other. That's zombie. And yeah, they're just fun little emotes. And they're for whenever they're mainly for whenever there's going to be the server created. So I hope that you guys, in the meantime, have fun with that. Then I also added, there are 2 more mods that I added in this update. One is called Spawn Regulation, and currently it's not doing anything so far, although it will be in future. But for now, I haven't set it to do anything. But I am going to try and use it to tweak some natural spawn rates of various mobs and some things like that. So, yeah. Then there's also, finally, another mod called the Mystical Mobs Mod. And the Mystical Mobs Mod adds a few new mobs. There's not too many of them. Here's one, though. This is a skeleton warrior, and it's basically a skeleton with a melee weapon. It doesn't, unlike a regular skeleton, it doesn't drop bones. It doesn't drop arrows, but it does drop bones. And, yeah. So that is that. That's super simple. Then there's a few other mobs from it, like, hang on. I just wanted to get somewhere where this thing couldn't fly away. And maybe grab a torch and search for Ender, spawn Ender Eye. This guy. So, like, this you can find rarely underground. And it looks like this. It's an Ender Eye. It's got drops Ender Eyes and things. It's pretty cool. There's also another eye, I think. Flying Eye. The Flying Eye is also found underground in the same places as the Ender Eye, and it's not as rare as the Ender Eye. Ender Eye is rarer, but it drops gas tears. So that's pretty cool. Just some random stuff, really. I mean, none of it's really going to matter to you if you already have all the quests finished, because I haven't added new quests yet. But I do plan to add a huge batch of quests before final release, which is going to be version 2.0. So this is 1.8 we're talking about right now, and that is where that is my segue into asking you guys about some things that you would like to see in this mod pack. So here we go. Basically, long story short, I want to know what you want to see in this mod pack. Is there a mod that you want me to add? Is there certain quests that you want? Now that I've got Tabula Rasa running, I can add, various quest items and things that I couldn't have added before. And that, I think, will help significantly with some of the RuneScape quests that I wanted to make before, but I couldn't. However, I don't really know for sure what you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see more combat things? Like, do you want me to add another mod with another dimension and add more combat things? Because I'm really leaning towards that. I just don't know which one. I've also considered adding some of you have suggested that I should add Ars Magica, which I've been considering. Although I don't know that much about it, so I'm not sure really if it would fit with the feel of this mod pack, aiming towards like a RuneScape type feel. And then there's also Thaumcraft I've been considering adding, although I'm not sure if I want to do that either. I really don't want to add Thaumcraft or Botania, just mostly because I feel like they're not very RuneScape-y. And then I also have another slight issue with that, is that I don't want to add any mods that are going to implement the Baubles equipment screen, because then you just have like too many equipment screens. You'll have the RuneScape equipment screen, you'll have the or Wildecraft, I guess, equipment screen, and that'll just make things difficult. /time set day. Jeez. Okay, and then I guess I also just want to know if you guys know of any mods that you would like in here. That's really the main thing I want to know. If there's a certain mod, especially if it adds cool bosses or mini bosses or anything. I tried actually adding the mutant. What is it? It's the one with like the mutant zombie and the mutant creeper and stuff, like mini bosses that just spawn out and about. The shrieking Enderman or whatever it's called. I tried adding that, but I kept getting a crash, and I couldn't resolve around it. So I'm not sure if that's like a bad mod compatibility or something there, but yeah, I considered that one already. But if you guys mention it a lot, then maybe I'll look into trying that one again. Because really, something that I really want is I want more medium range and high-end difficulty bosses that I can set as repeatable fights for White Knight favor, so that you guys can earn White Knight favor. I also want to add new rewards to White Knight favor that may be useful end game, but that or even out in the field. Just if you're like doing something and you don't know exactly what you need for something specific. Then I've also got, you know what, that reminds me, I did change these loot bags. So like if you go, oh, that one doesn't, they don't show up in there. Oh, hold on, let's see here, loot. Okay, so if I grab like this bacon bag or something, usually this only has a chance of pork chop or cooked pork chops, but I actually added all the different bacons that are in this mod to the bacon bag, so there's a chance of you getting any of several types of bacons, for example. Or like this bat bag here, I didn't actually change this one, it just always gives you a spawn bat. So just FYI, if you get one of those, now you know what it does. No spoilers, though, on the wild bag, the Sorin bag, or the worn out loot bag. If you guys want to know what those give you, you're going to have to figure that out yourself. So other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've got a few things on my to-do list. I want to add a ton more quests. I'm considering, one of the mods that I'm highly considering right now is Abyssal Craft. I'm considering whether I want to add that. I'm also considering whether I want to do a mod review of Abyssal Craft. It seems like it'd make good mod review material. Then there's another mod I looked at that I was considering adding. It's called Weapon Case Loot. So I'm considering that one. There's also the Cosmetic Armor Mod, which lets you put armor on. Okay, it basically lets you display as if you're wearing certain set of armor, but only gives you, like, it gives you a second place where you can put on all your armors, but its stats don't affect you. Okay, so it basically just is a cosmetic override of one armor over whatever you're actually wearing. So I was considering that. If that one would depend a lot. Like, it wouldn't work very well on PvP servers. But if you guys aren't that interested in like PvP on a Minescape server, then, you know, maybe that's a good one to add in there. So I don't know for sure about that. Let me know what you guys think. There's also another mod I was looking at called Traveler's Gear. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, that reminds me, I did make a few other tweaks. Like, I changed the recipe for magic sticks. Where are they? There. Changed the recipe for magic wood stick. Now, there's two different ways you can make it. You can either make it with 2 magic wood planks, and that'll make 1 magic wood stick, or you can cut a magic wood planks with this knife that otherwise has no use, and it'll create 2 magic wood sticks per plank, like with regular planks. So that is a change that I made. Yeah, and I think that's it for today. So yeah, just a big update announcement. Hello, floating, tiny floating 1-meter island chicken. Hello, greetings. Anyways, that's it for today. I just wanted to drop in, let you guys know about the update that just dropped yesterday. So this video is going out Monday. The update should have been ready for you guys on Sunday, yesterday evening. So hopefully some of you have already tested it out. Let me know what you think of the changes, the new mods added to the mod pack in the comment section down below. And also feel free to drop any suggestions that you have down there or requests for new content, new mods to be added to the mod pack. so that I can know what you guys feel like is missing. Like, what's that one mod that you just wish was in this mod pack and it would make everything so much better? That's what I want from you guys. So let me know that down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like the video, and if you want to, there's stuff on screen right now that can help you to get to where you're following me on the Twitter or liking my page on the Facebook. And if you do those things, great fortunes will befall you. Yes, yes, indeed. That is what your horoscope says. Follow Doc on Twitter and great fortunes will befall you. Yes. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.